What did I just say? Okazaki, you bastard. Lawn boy, come here for a sec. Oh, please don't pull. You're going to tear my clothes. Wait, why are you going toward the window? Tsunahara trying to resist, albeit in vain, as the man grips his collar firmly and pulls him toward the window. A few seconds later, they go out the window, vanishing from my vision. The overly vivid sound of a blow echoes through the air. Jeez. Being done his work, the man again climbs inside. Where's Tsunahara? Feeling pain means I'm still alive, right? Shaking hand can be seen holding onto the window frame, accompanied by his faint voice. So, man raises his voice, pulling my attention to him. You're also going to come tomorrow, right? Also, more importantly, is something going to happen tomorrow? Now that I think about it, it's the first time Miyazawa asked me to come. Eyes are soaked with sorrow as he answers my question. You'll know when you come. Anyway, don't screw up like you did today and get chased around by the teachers. I won't. So you guys are coming as well tomorrow? Well, yeah. I mean, she didn't ask me to come because I'm special or anything. What's that face? Looking all disappointed? I'm not. You must be thinking, so she didn't ask me to come because I'm special or anything, right? This overly pinpoint guess crumbles my calm base. Honestly, I think you're pretty special. Huh? Special for an outsider to be invited for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? You'll know when you come. That said, the man steps to the window, leaving already. Well, it's not like Yugen is gonna come here again today anyway. Lifting a leg over the window, he turns his head to around the answer. Till tomorrow then. After short words, the man jumps away from this window. Queh. Sorry, I kinda stomped on you. It's the 1-year anniversary of her brother's death. Haha. That's my guess. The only guess that you could really make. Ouchie. Tsunahara groans as he presses the wet towel on his face. It looks like it hurts pretty bad. It hurts ridiculously bad. Yeah, that blow made quite a sound. Couldn't you have come out and saved me? Nope, didn't feel like doing that at all. Please do. Aren't we friends? Haha. Why are you laughing? It's not something I have to nod in agreement to with a straight face, is it? I'm gonna cry. Feel free to. I replied to him indifferently and reached for a magazine. A few steps away, Tsunahara starts to weep copiously. Listen, Tsunahara. What now? I don't need to console me now. You're an eyesore, so go find a corner to cry in. You already told your heart away, didn't you? Well, leave the jokes aside. Was it really just a joke? I'd say just under 1% of it was a joke. Tears start spilling from his eyes again. Let's ignore that for now and keep the conversation going. What do you think will happen tomorrow? How should I know? I guess you wouldn't know. I suppose I wasn't thinking straight asking him that. You're still kind of annoying crying in the corner. Can't you leave the room? This is my room. Oh boy. It's their day of my suspension. A model student would obey the rules and stay locked inside their house all day today. I'm the kind of student that gets suspended in the first place. Here we go. Slide my arms through the sleeves of the uniform and fix my necktie. This is the answer I came up with after reflecting upon yesterday's failure. I'll blend in with the other students during lunch break. As long as none of the teachers recognize me, there shouldn't be any problem. Glance at the clock, it's about time to go. The lunch break just began a moment ago and the campus is already overflowing with life. Blending in the crowd, I nonchalantly advanced my steps. Even though my suspension has been announced school-wide, there shouldn't be that many people who know both my name and face. Not to mention my current cover, that is, my uniform, should provide sufficient level of anonymity. Hey, Okazaki, your suspension is lifted? Uh-oh, a guy in my class suddenly piercing through my perfect camouflage. With the exceptional observation skill, I dash away in silence before any danger can develop. Maybe I should pay more attention to my surroundings. Slide. I opened the door to discover Miyazawa sitting in her seat looking down. It doesn't take her long to notice my presence. She raises her head to look at me. Yo, here I am. Thank you very much for coming. She smiles happily and she bows to me. Do you want something for lunch? Yeah, sure. Any special requests? Omelette rice. Got it. Please wait for a moment. Oh, dude, I remember the first day we came here, we asked for that. Head toward the portable stove with visible frying pan in hand. Wait, it's on the menu now? Yes, although the chicken rice inside is just the usual frozen stuff. Takes out a bag similar to the usual peel-off from the cooler box. It must be from the same line of products. To that she takes out 2 eggs. First time you came here, you said you wanted omelet rice, so I've been keeping the ingredient in stock in case you requested it again. You should have told me then. It always tastes best when you can eat something you have the urge for, right? I can make it for you whenever you like. But eggs expire quickly. Wouldn't it be a waste if you didn't request in time? If I didn't request in time, don't worry. I always bring them home for dinner right before they expire. Watch out for your cholesterol level. I'm still young, so it's no problem. She grins at me. Skillfully handling the frying pan and the spatula to make my lunch. Even though the stuffing is just frozen food, the outside is without a doubt her home cooking. It's on a whole different level compared to what I've had the fortune eat here. A top-class meal it is. Okay, it's done. Omelet rice is neatly transferred onto the plate and put in front of me. Yup, it's marvelous. You haven't even tried it. I don't have to try it to know that it tastes wonderful. Please enjoy your meal. You know I will. Scoop up a spoonful of the freshly cooked omelet rice and put it into my mouth. Tomoya-san, I have a request to make after you're done eating. What kind of request, my lap? No, it's a spell. You didn't need me to do it? Yes, because I can't do it alone. The injecting spirit ball one? Maybe that would work as well. She giggles. But it's a little different today. I can't do any of this. I can do any of your spells as long as it's not the embarrassing ones. Her smile freezes, so it's an embarrassing one. I suppose. Maybe just a little. How's it compared to the spirit ball spell? I think the spirit ball spell is about 100 times easier to do. Just a little, huh? Rather, just what on earth does she want me to do? But it will have an instant effect, so I don't think it's a bad trade-off. Well, I can't exactly turn you down after you've made this wonderful lunch. If you don't want to do it, you can say no. Tell me what I'm supposed to do first, I'll answer later. That said, I return to eating again. Enthusiasm has somewhat eroded, though. And eventually... Thanks for the meal. You're welcome. The meal could only last so long. I've resolved myself enough to take on a request now. Well then, time for the spell. Yes, I would really be happy if you could do it. She bows to me, but I still can't hide her reddened cheeks. She can't hide her red. So what should I do? Please. Take me in your arms. For an instant, I feel like every hair on my body is standing on end. Can't help looking around frantically, hearing those words from her. Did anyone other than us hear what she just said? Is there any dude hiding under the table like yesterday? I sure hope no one's crouching outside that window. I want you to hold me tight like last time. Yeah, you mean an embrace? Yes. She nods to me, blushing. Let out a sigh of relief. At the same time, we close our eyes and chant facing forward 3 times in our hearts together. What does this spell do? It helps stay strong all day today, so I won't lose myself no matter what happens, and be able to stand up straight facing forward, so I can keep doing my best. Can you please help me with it? I just have to embrace you, right? Is it alright? I open my arms wide to answer. Mizawa breaks into a smile. She looks at me. Alright, excuse me then. She walks step by step to stand before me. Just like last time, she rests her head on my shoulder. Slowly close my arm. I hold her gently but tightly enough so that the tiniest bit of warmth coming from her body could escape. Please, close your eyes. Okay. Do as I'm told. My vision is now covered in darkness. For all I know, this warmth in my arms may very well be the only true thing in the world at this moment. I can feel her heartbeat with my entire body. Now I feel embarrassed. I should have learned how to control the speed of my heartbeat. The scent of her silky hair makes me dizzy. This is indeed embarrassing, but is that alright there to it? In your mind, in the darkness, her voice takes me by surprise. I'm so immersed in the warmth I'd forgotten why we're here. In your mind, please chant the phrase I said 3 times. Facing forward, facing forward, facing forward. That should be enough. The sound of this spell is getting to me. How long am I supposed to embrace her? Has it been long enough already? She hasn't shown any sign of wanting to let go yet. Slowly pull my head down, I can feel her hair touching my lips. Slowly I press my lips against her head while praying she doesn't notice. Ticklish sensation, the softness, pleasant scent. I wonder what those people would do if they found me with hair like this. It could literally cost me my life. The bell is ringing indiscriminately, making the end of the lunch break. Slowly loosen my arm, reluctantly letting go of her warmth. Miyazawa? She doesn't let go of mine. Still resting her head on my shoulder, she refuses to move. Lunchtime is already over. Yes. Don't you have to go back to your classroom? Miyazawa. I'm taking the rest of the day off. Huh? There's a place I have to go now, and Tomoe-san, I want you to be there as well. That's why I asked you to come today. Where are you going? Her expression clouds over for a moment at my question. The graveyard. I can see sadness on her face, loneliness, and even then, strong will to keep smiling is just that fragile. To visit the grave. With that said, her smile vanishes from her face, and all that's left is the pain. And there she stands with an expression she'd never shown me. The spell she wanted me to do. I don't know why she wants to stay strong for this one day. Today is the anniversary of my brother's passing. I see. I'm sorry. Should have told you this. So I shouldn't have told you this out of the blue. No, it's my fault for not telling you. Telling me what? I knew about your brother's death. Huh? One of your friends came over when you weren't here. They told me. They also told me that I resembled your brother. Is that so? She smiles, letting out a giggle. Even then, Miyazawa standing before me is ever so fragile. The more she tries to stay strong, the sadder her smile looks to me. I feel the impulse to embrace her. Miyazawa. The once increased distance between us is closed with one single step. Rattle. Taken by surprise, the sound of the window, we both turn our eyes in its direction. I'm sorry for disturbing, but fucking don't glare at me with such serious eyes. He wants me to tell you that it's almost time. The man, that's how it is. Fucking A. Whoa. The man from yesterday appears right beside Tsunahara. In his hand is a flower. Yukine, it's time to go. That said, he hands her the flower. Right. It's still early in the afternoon, the blue sky stretching all the way to the horizon. Tsunahara and I walking, still wearing our uniforms. In front of us, Miyazawa in her uniform is walking next to the casually dressed man. From time to time, we were greeted by the suspecting looks of passerbys, but I suppose that's to be expected. After all, we should still be sitting in class at this time of day. What is it? You're walking on a tightrope, about to fall down to your death any time, you know. What are you talking about? I arrived outside during lunch break. So he saw me again. Hell, he was there even before me. Seriously? My feet slow down a little as I glance at him, walking beside Miyazawa. I didn't know humans could break rock with their bare hands. He's seen everything. I wonder if I can make it back home in one piece today. Yo, Yukine. Ah, Rai-san. Coming from another route, a man holding a flower calls out to Miyazawa. He isn't showing any of the cheerfulness I saw the other day. It's Tim greeting from both sides. Yuki-chan. Kusakari-san. Were you waiting for us here? Yeah, I hoped we could go there together. Me too, let's go. Here, brought some of his favorite seats. Thank you very much. I think you'll be very excited to receive this. The number of companions increased as we keep going forward. Despite the brightness in their voice, I can sense the loneliness hidden somewhere in their expressions. So all these people were your brother's friends. Probably. Now I wonder if it was a good idea to come along. I definitely think we're out of place. Everyone who's gathered here are those who shared memories with their brother, and they're here to mourn him. But I've never met him. All I can do now is keep my mouth shut and sympathize with the crowd's atmosphere. Why did she even call me here? Why did she ask me to do that embarrassing spell? I have a convenient interpretation for everything, but in the end, it's just that, my own interpretation. If it's wrong, then continuing to push forward will just turn me into an excessively self-conscious clown. Several people have already gathered in front of the grave, even before our arrival. They all greet Miyazawa in the same manner. Tsunohara and I stand off at distance and watch. They are now putting their offerings before the gravestone. One by one they start to report on their present lives. I'm going to a professional school now. With that, an incense stick is put down. Actually, I've become a father. I'm getting married soon. Another stick. I found a job. It's just labor, but I'm feeling very satisfied. Another stick. In the end, he never let me take my revenge. Another one. I wanted to play around with you more. The white smoke drifts away toward the sky. Tomoya-san. What is it? Please take this. Hands me a lit incense stick. Could you please offer it to my brother? You know I will. Takes my hand and walks to the grave. Incense holder placed in front of the perfectly clean gravestone is already tightly packed with everyone's offerings. Even so, I somehow managed to put mine in without breaking anything. Put my hand together and close my eyes. Only one thing I can report to him. Your sister, she's still doing her best. Even with all these people adoring her, she never goes easy on herself. She keeps on living so strongly, so straightforward. Will you please listen to my story? I opened my eyes in surprise upon hearing her voice. Did she say that to me alone, or did she mean it to be heard by everyone here? The only thing I know is she's gotten all the attention of all the attendees. The story of my family. I once had a brother. When he was at home, he would always fight with our parents, because they wanted to raise both of us as strictly as possible. My brother must have felt discontent with that. Why do we have to walk the road our parents have decided for us? There must be a freer way to live. There are just as many roads as there are people, he said. That's how he rebelled. I grew up constantly following what my parents told me to, learning the arts, studying for school. My brother became rougher as he got bigger. At the same time, he came to be called courteous by other people. It was as if we'd grown up on different sides of a mirror. Even then, we were so close, my brother and I. You could say that we cared about each other like a couple of lovers. But then, he got into high school. He made many new friends and stopped coming home. Everyone would point at him and call him a delinquent. But on the occasion when I got to meet him, he always seemed so lively. He even told me living inside our house was no less than hell. The outside world was so exciting, he couldn't help it. My brother, he'd made a lot of companions. No matter what society may think, he was very proud of them. At the time, I didn't dare to meet my brother's friends. Back then, I was just a normal girl. I was scared of them. My brother had found his own place to be, living as freely as he pleased. Thinking back, it would have been no different if my parents had disowned him or not. Every time I met him, he would find something to fight about and leave. He started living far away from our parents. But even then, he would come back just to see me, bringing lots of sweets as presents for me. Those sweets he gave me, my parents would never allow them, but I ate them all till my teeth decided to rebel against me. Times we spent together were nothing short of joy. My brother would eat the lunch I made, and I would sleep on his lap. So much fun, I never felt more peaceful, but it didn't last for long. My brother, an accident, took him away from me forever. At the very end, I heard he was still trying to protect one of his friends. My parents lamented. That's what he got for staying with those people. I didn't understand what they said was true or not, but I knew my brother was a respectable man. On the day of his funeral, a lot of his friends came. They had so many colors on them, and their attitude too wasn't appreciated by other guests. And yet, their eyes when they stood before my brother were so earnest. Some of them even cried. They were truly connected with my brother, though through a deep bond of friendship. They were his true friends. That's why I decided to gather my courage and speak to them. And I told them I was his younger sister. I was the younger sister of Kazuto Miyazawa. We only talked for a little, but thanks to that, I came to know how much pain they felt for losing my brother. And I realized I wanted to help those people who had been together with my dear brother by filling in the empty space in their hearts. That's what I thought at the moment, because every one of them felt just like him. They were so rash, so rough, so dishonest with themselves. More than anything, they were kind enough to be reckless for the sake of others. To me, they looked just like my brother. But it wasn't easy at all, because you see, I was but a normal girl. Being just as strong as any other normal girl, I was powerless. Even then, I started going to places my brother had been. Started talking to many people. I can't even remember how many times I was pushed away. There were even times when fright seized me. For the old Miyazawa, those places must have been like a whole other world. What a fragile creature she must have been. I wish I could have known her then. I would have run to her side to be with her. Then came the winter. I remember knitting gloves for everyone. On especially cold nights, I would give away hot bean soup, but it wasn't quite successful. My taste was too sweet for everyone. Christmas Eve was really memorable for me. I was running around delivering cakes that I made. For some reason, I was the only one dressed as Santa Claus. It was so embarrassing, but even then, everyone accepted and ate my cakes. That was when they started to respond to me. They started saying things like, "Thanks for the treat." More than that, I was no longer the first one to start up a conversation. They'd start greeting me themselves, saying, "You've come again." And then people began to gather around me. They've given me so much warmth. Before I noticed, it became a place where I could find my peace of mind. They become a second family to me. Perhaps tired from the long speech, Miyazawa starts closing her eyes. Maybe she's trying to redraw the kindness-filled scenery on the back of her eyelids. But for what reason? It's right there before her the moment she opens her eyes. It's right here. I'm being supported by so many friends. I feel like she's compressed everything into those few words. The life she's been devoted to until this very day. I see her all right now. Yes, if I were not, I wouldn't know how to apologize to everyone. I think I must be the luckiest person in the world to be supported by this many people. Pretty much. To give support, to be supported, it all goes round and round in circles. At some point, a lot of people started to gather around her. Guess I'm just one of them. Squint against the blazing sun. From the sky, at this exact moment, a white light is falling down, drifting above my head. Then it just stays there as if watching over Miyazawa and her friends. I try extending my arm toward it. Nice. The ball of light lands softly on my arm, and instantly vanishes as if absorbed into my hand. From there, a warmth and sensation spreads through my body. I don't know why, but I feel like this must be how she's feeling right now. I'm sorry, I must have dampened the mood. No one's saying a word in return. They just stand there holding each holding a flower in their hand. I don't know what memories are occurring in their mind at this moment, but I do have one thing in common with them. In that case, do you want to do a spell that will get everyone hyped up? An idea pops in my head. Is that really such a spell? Is there really such a spell? I can guarantee you everyone here is going to make an uproar. It sounds like just what we need now. Please give it a try. Then please, excuse me. I pull her slender body closer with my arms and press my lips on hers. Very soon now, the inevitable war will break out. The thought runs through my brain. Making this girl fall for me, gonna be truly, literally, a suicide mission. That's it? Oh my god, that's it. What? I knew that was gonna be it, but like, it seems like such a... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It seems like such a weird place to end it. I want to see myself get beat up. But seriously though, wow, I didn't know what I was expecting with that one. That was I definitely made a lot of turns there. From just being a relaxing place to hang out in school to having these very weird moments with these random people to having her brother being dead. And it's I very much enjoyed that one, as with all the other ones so far. I'm glad because I wasn't sure whether or not I'd enjoy reading this. But yeah, it's been great so far. But wow, that very weird. I didn't see that coming. With the whole going to the grave, and I guess I did call it out, saying, but oh, no, it's quite the story. Quite the story. I enjoyed it. I wonder if there's. I keep saying it, I keep thinking it, but there's nothing after the credits. I guess I like how they implemented the light orb get into the story. That was very cool to see, because we just sort of randomly get it afterwards. But yeah, that was good. I think I see some. What is this? Is this just blank? I can't see it. All right. Well, okay. Oh, here we go. Never mind. It's the usual reference room again today. And it still has a hint of the scene of send-up peel-off. My eyes are wandering freely outside the window as I'm enjoying this hot cup of coffee. Miyazawa is sitting next to me reading her spell book. As for Sunahara, listen well. The more strong-spirited a girl is, the easier it is for her to feel lonely. Is that true? Oh, Yui. That's why those girls are weak against men who are willing to pamper them. Or, to put it simply, men like me. Is that true? He's the type who loves to be toyed with. I don't mind being toyed around with as long as I can date a girl. That's a pathetic, unmanly thing to say in front of a kid. More than you. Other than that, you. What about school? It's the Founding Memorial Day today. Does your school have a Founding Memorial Day every week? Mm-hmm. You just said that without a millisecond of hesitation. The kid's gotten tough. Tsunahara-san, I just found the perfect spell for you. What's that? A spell that'll help you get a girlfriend? Helps you get a girlfriend? I'm not sure about that, but it looks like it can help two people become more compatible with each other. How do I do it? Let's see. First, you have to put your hand on the person's shoulders. Okazaki, come here, help me. Come help me experiment. Why would it help you make me more compatible with you? Ignore my complaints and keeps walking until he's right in front of me. Then, he casually puts his hand on my shoulders. Can I punch him now? So what's next? Make the person close their eyes. Hear that? I don't like where this is going. Regardless, I follow the instructions and close my eyes while imagining how the two of us would look to a third person. Then, please, close your eyes as well. Now keep the position and move your face forward. I can feel the air touching my face. The weird pressure coming from the front, triggering an unpleasant feeling. Sound of Miyazawa flipping the page reached my ear clearly. Let's see. If you can kiss well, even with your eyes closed, the happiness between you two shall be guaranteed. Hold on, what? I hastily opened my eyes, but Tsunahara's face is already approaching. Holy shit. I pull my head down, smash my forehead right into the middle of Tsunahara's face. Wah! His eyes are blown away, facing the ceiling, the blood coming from his nose makes a red arc in the air. I was 1 second away from... Actually, I'm 1 second away from death right now. Still lying on the floor, Tsunahara groaning, his face trembling. The footnote says that the spell is only for couples. I haven't reached that stage yet. Sinahara screams as he jerks up from the floor, still crying. It hurts. The headbutt attack was super effective. Duh. There's a thwack sound when it hit. When I'm seeing something, it's sparkling in the depths of my eyes now. Something sparkling. His words make me gaze at my hand. That thing felt soft. No, more like warm and soft. Something the matter? Well, during the visit to your brother's grave, there was this ball of light flying above my head. That thing, I wonder if anyone else saw it. Speaking of which, you were raising your hand then, weren't you? Yeah, I stretched my hand to the light. You saw it too, didn't you? Nope. You look like you're trying to catch something, but there's nothing there, so I was wondering what you're doing. It was there, a ball of light. Wait a sec. Could have been someone's spirit. What are you talking about? But it was a cemetery, right? It's not that strange for something like that to float around. So what did you do to that light ball? It fell down and vanished into my hand. He's ready. Possessed. The person talking now isn't Okazaki, it's the spirit. Stop being ridiculous, will you? And prove it to me. This merciless kick, it can only be Okazaki. I'm sure spirit still has more of a heart than you. Sinahara drops his face down onto the table. Is Sinahara okay? Yeah, just leave him. This is like our everyday snack time for us. I see. Misawa puts a folded towel under Sinahara's head, probably for him to use as a pillow. And then she turns to me. It's about the light, but yeah? A long time ago, it seemed to have been witnessed quite frequently. Seriously? Yeah, that's why I think Tomoya-san's telling the truth. Do you know what it was? There are several local history books archived in this room, and something much like a ball of light you saw was mentioned in a folktale. Do you want to read it? Reading isn't my thing. I want to hear it from you. Sure, but even with that said, there's not much detail written here, anywhere. Some said they're the papi on the seeds of some plant. Others said they're species of dragonfly. There's nothing but speculation. However, there's one thing they have in common. I don't know since when, but the light balls have come to be associated with happiness. Apparently many of them were seen when something good happened. They found something happy, the light ball would float around as if to watch over it. It was the same for me. The scenery back then was exactly the symbol of Miyazawa's current happiness. I can't help gazing down at my hand again, but nothing that reminds me of that white light can be seen anymore. It was just a folktale, though. I don't think there's anyone who believes in their existence nowadays, because no one has ever seen them. But I did. Yes, indeed. That's why I'll believe in them too. I see. She has no idea how much what she just said means to me. But then, why was I the only one who saw it? I don't know. Perhaps there's something special about Tomoya-san. But that's not it. We're the most... No, that's not it. We're the special ones. Because everyone was able to see them a long time ago. How come we can't see them anymore? I think that's because of the change in people's hearts. Maybe it requires a heart that truly cares about this town. If we were still living connected deeply to the town like how people once were, maybe many would still be able to see them. Things have changed from the old times. All of them were the result of people remembering that they were living for themselves. Egotism, is that it? That's the same for me. In the first place, I really hate this town. Is that true? Yeah, putting Sonara aside, it's you, not me, who should be able to see them. I wonder why I can see it then. Let's stop with the thinking. But there's one thing I have to admit. Hate to admit. Oh, have to admit. I don't hate this town as much as I used to. All thanks to a certain someone. Oh. So I guess, is it gentle scenery? Is it still up in the air whether we got together or not, or well, I guess it doesn't matter. We got some insight into what those lights are after how many of those? Let's see, we got first Gwen size, and then we got Yukine's, or Utamoyo's, and then Yukine's. Yeah. Look at how many achievements there are left. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Every time I finish one of these, I just wanna take a day off and just what's the word, sort of think about it for a while, but because just how nicely each of these end. But there's still more, and there's even, what is it, an after story, I think. I'm pretty sure there's an after, no. There's still an after story. Like I was saying, there's still an after story, and that's gonna be even more of this. I can't wait. But I hope you guys all enjoyed that path as much as I did. So, like, I've been loving all of these so far, so I hope you guys have been loving them as much too. We're almost at 99 already. Jeez. And in the next parts, we're gonna continue on into a new path, and see what's there for us. So I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.